Have you ever heard someone tell you that they talk to their plants to help them grow? I know I've done that from time to time, maybe just to improve my green thumb. It's a nice thought, isn't it? That just by talking to our plants, they'll grow green and beautiful. In the Gospel of John, Jesus teaches us that He is like the shepherd who takes care of us. We are His flock. He says, I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. He goes on to say that His sheep will listen to His voice. And still further, that same text, Jesus says, my sheep hear my voice. I know them, and they follow me. The Bible not only refers to us as God's sheep, but also as God's children. It's odd, but even at birth, a child knows their parent's voice. A 1 or 2-year-old can pick out their parent's voice from across a crowded room. A call, a praise, a reprimand. A child knows and hears, and even if they act like they don't, they listen. The Bible teaches us the importance of being near to God so we can grow healthy and strong. Just like our children who hear our voice and grow as they're nurtured in love, God wants us to listen to the Lord, to grow in the good will and plan of God, and to flourish as we hear the voice of the Good Shepherd. God wants us to follow as the Lord leads us. Jesus, the Good Shepherd, will guide us, help us, and teach us. But how do we hear the voice of God? What does the voice of God even sound like? And how do we hear that voice and know that it's really God? We can begin by listening and reading the scriptures. The biblical text give us an idea of how God speaks, the kind of things that God is interested in, and what God desires and seeks from us. With a guide like that, maybe listening to God is not that different from a child listening to a human parent. We can hear the voice of God in other Christians. We can hear God's truth from those around us, those who love and care for us. We need to listen to one another. We need to hear the faith struggles and the understandings that others have gained. We need to be open and in the habit of listening to those who are different from us, who have different perspectives, who come from a different background. God's truth is all around us if we listen. The invitation as God's children, as a sheep of God's fold, is to listen, to carefully listen and follow the Lord. Expect to hear from God. What a radical thought that is for those who gather to worship this day. God is speaking, not just to followers with more authority, not just to those who are farther along the journey of faith, but to all God's sheep. The real question is not, will God speak to us today? No, the question is, will we listen?